Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
I can't believe they let you play.
Go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Let's set a tone.
Hey, echo.
Show it up. Show it up.
You're out.
Switch.
Five.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Kill, kill, kill.
Protein spill. Bam, bam. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Ready.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin.
Hey, foxtrot. Step.
On 1st down, Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke, he's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
On the set.
53. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, Delta.
Tighten up. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Switch up. Check. 53 is Mike.
Go.
53.
Locke now on 1st down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they'll look at the sideline thinking to themselves,
they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Locke going to bring the offense up, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Yeah.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Hey, Sam off. Bravo.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Get it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
Come on, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
General West.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. I'm here.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Let him know. Let him know. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's back.
Yo, go. Ready?
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. He completes this to Sutton. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 22 yards. Complete to Cortland Sutton. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
On the double.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Browns nothing.
Set, ready? 50, plant. Hey, orbit.
53's Mike.
Yep.
53.
Snap.
They'll run with Lindsey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, deep grip.
One more time with Lindsey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Greystone, Travis.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got you. Kill.
Run.
Set.
Up, left. I got you.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Seals-Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ricky Seals-Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Locke. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Smooth. Now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here we go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
Set. 10-2 start.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Watch the ship.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Mike, check. 59.
Go.
Clock now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sutton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Go. 30 base.
Get the ball.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Get that quarter.
Go. Get it.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run here with Lindsey, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Squeeze down the middle.
You draw Porter. Ready?
Now it's Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Come on,
The
set.
Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go with Chubb on second down. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
First down, Brown.
Set, 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check curls, check curls.
On first and 10, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, alert 3. Check 26, check 26.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Locke now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion. And another first and 10 here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll find Lindsey here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna go.
From the 41, Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Parks. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah. Shoot.
Here's Lindsey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down and goal to go.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsay taking it in. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, man.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
And it's third down.
40,
180.
45. Bandit. Bandit. Shoot.
Run. Watch out.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And maybe just lucky to get that pass away.
And maybe should have held on to it because I don't know what you thought. That didn't look like the primary receiver to me.
No, I don't think it was.
I agree. I think he's coming over a second.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Check. Lucky.
Hey, wahoo. Rock it. Get it.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Defense all day.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Out.
Hey, exit.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, Alpha.
Check your hot read.
Ready.
Locked to throw on second down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Mayfield finding Beckham. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. A first down throw for Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He finds Beckham complete, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
Check Mike 45. Defense, win check. Let's go.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield looks to throw.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Mayfield to throw it. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Mayfield on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. It's caught by OBJ. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. The Broncos...